All right. Good morning, Mishpaha. Hope everybody had a blessed night. And for those that maybe get ready to go to bed, like Roblin, hope you had a great day. Good morning, Chuck. Zach, good morning. All right. All right. So we are on day 29, Isaiah 29. So I'm going to jump right into this because I have to take off and run some errands, get some stuff done. All right. So Mary Alice, good morning. So here we go. Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Add year to year. Let feasts come around. Yet I will distress Ariel. There shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be to me as Ariel. I will encamp against you all around. I will lay siege against you with a mound, and I will raise siege works against you. You shall be brought down. You shall speak out of the ground. Your speech shall be low out of the dust. Your voice shall be like a medium's out of the ground, and your speech shall whisper out of the dust. Moreover, the multitude of your foes shall be like fine dust, and the multitude of the terrible ones like chaff that passes away. Yes, it shall be in an instant, suddenly. You will be punished by Yehovah Tzvaot, with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. The multitude of all the nations who fight against Ariel, even all who fight against her and her fortress, and distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. It shall even be as when a hungry man dreams, and look, he eats, but he awakes and his soul is still empty. Man. Or as when a thirsty man dreams, and look, he drinks, and he wakes, and indeed he is faint, and his soul still craves. So the multitude of the nations shall be who fight against Mount Zion. Man, that's powerful. Pause and wonder. Blind yourselves and be blind. They are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with intoxicating drink. For Yehovah has poured out on you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes, namely the prophets. He has covered your heads, namely the seers. The whole vision has become to you like the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one who is literate, saying, read this, please. And he says, I cannot, for it is sealed. Then the book is delivered to one who is illiterate, saying, read this, please. And he says, I am not literate. Therefore, Yehovah said, inasmuch as these people draw near with their mouths and honor me with their lips, but have removed their hearts far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the commandment of men, therefore, behold, I will again do a marvelous work among this people, a marvelous work and a wonder, for the wisdom of their wise men shall perish, and the understanding of their prudent men shall be hidden. Woe to those who seek deep to hide their counsel far from Yehovah, and their works are in the dark. They say, who sees us, and who knows us? Surely you have things turned around. Shall the potter be esteemed as the clay? For shall the thing made say of him who made it, he did not make us? Or shall the thing formed say of him who formed it, he has no understanding? Is it not yet a very little while till Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be esteemed as a forest? In that day the deaf shall hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. The humble also shall increase their joy in Yehovah, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to nothing. The scornful one is consumed, and all who watch for iniquity are cut off. Who make a man an offender by a word, and lay a snare for him who reproves in the gate, and turn aside the just by empty words. Therefore, thus says Yehovah, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Yaakov. Yaakov shall not now be ashamed, nor shall his face now grow pale. But when he sees his children, the work of my hands in his midst, they will hallow my name, and hallow the Holy One of Yaakov, and fear the El of Israel. These also who erred in spirit will come to understanding, and those who complained will learn doctrine. Wow. So the moral of the story, children, is that no matter what man does, no matter what Hasatan does, no matter what anybody says, no matter what people want to claim, no matter what, and all their ignorance and all their shame and all their self-glorification and everything else, and no matter what people want to declare that because I have said so, therefore it shall be kind of mentality, when it's all done, Yah's will still be done. His judgment will still come. His destruction will still be on the wicked. His salvation will still be on the righteous. And those who fear Yehovah will know and see the glory of Yehovah and get to be in the presence of Yehovah. And those who have played with his word, profaned his word, added to his word, taken away from his word, twisted his word to create their man-made doctrines, whether Messianic Hebrew Roots Christian or what other denomination that claim to be, they all have the same fate. Their names removed from the book of life. So Mishpachah, out of everything, I mean, that's a chapter worth reading a couple times just to absorb everything that it's talking about. But one thing's for sure, no matter what, Yah's will be done. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. And praise Yah for those of us who really want to serve him his way. Praise Yah for those who don't want to fall away or aren't willing to settle for what this man or these men or this congregation or whatever does, and willing to compromise or willing to do whatever that strays from that straight and narrow path that points to Yehovah Yeshua. Praise Yah, Mishpachah, for those of us who truly have ears to hear and eyes to see, because we're surrendered. And again, I stress this, it is not because we're anybody. It's not because we're special. It's not because we're better than anybody else. It's all because of one thing: being surrendered, being broken, saying to Yah, I want to do it your way and not my way or anybody else's way. I want to do it your way. I want to follow your word. I'm going to keep your commandments. And as long it says what it says, I'm going to do what it says. It says, don't do this, not going to do this. I'm not going to look for a way to get around it and twist it and try to come up with a way that it don't mean what it clearly says. It says, do this, then I'm going to do it and not look for a way to get out of it. That heart, that mentality, that decision, that walk, that's what's going to make us, Mishpachah, a part of his chosen children, his treasure. As he says in Exodus 19:5, if you will heed my voice and keep my covenant, then you will be a special treasure unto me above all people. Plain and simple. That's one of my favorite verses in Torah. And then my favorite verse at the end of the entire word of Yah is, blessed are those who keep the commandments, for they will be able to have access into the city, or to be able to enter into the city and have access to the tree of life. Those who keep the commandments. So we have an exciting future ahead of us, Mishpacha. All we got to do is stay focused. No matter what, don't stray. No matter what's going on, do not give up. No matter if you're going through something, or Satan's attacking you, or he's tripping you up, or whatever, get up, dust yourself off, repent, and keep moving forward, and keep striving, and keep fighting, and don't give up no matter what, so that our end is not the same as those in this chapter. So that our end will be blessed and be given to us the good and the fruit of everything. Amen. So I love you all, Mishpacha. Hope you have an awesome and amazing day. But most of all, Yah loves you. Shalom, shalom.